Today we'll explain health technology assessment and pharmacoeconomics. HTA is a multidisciplinary discipline aimed at assessing several aspects related to health technology. For example, epidemiological aspects, characteristics of the technology under analysis, safety, clinical effectiveness, pharmacoeconomics, ethical, organizational, social, and legal aspects. Now, let's consider pharmacoeconomics. It's a scientific field that aims at assessing the overall value of a given technology and provides crucial information for a more efficient allocation of healthcare resources. Through pharmacoeconomics, it is possible to identify, measure, highlight, and compare both costs and effects of two or more technologies. Before conducting an economic evaluation, it is important to define different elements, such as the objective of the analysis, the types of alternative technologies available, the time horizon, the population involved in the analysis, the setting of analysis. The starting point for carrying out an economic assessment is the identification and measurement of costs. Direct costs are divided into two categories: direct medical costs and non-medical costs. Direct medical costs are directly related to the disease under assessment and are borne by the National Healthcare Service for prevention, diagnosis, and treatment. On the other hand, direct non-medical costs refer to healthcare intervention and usually refer to travel costs to physicians or healthcare facilities. Indirect costs refer to costs borne by society expressed in terms of productivity loss due to the health condition or related mortality. Finally, intangible costs are difficult to be quantified in monetary terms, as they are related to pain and suffering associated with the psychological consequences of the health condition. Two other crucial aspects are the time horizon and the perspective of the analysis. The latter could be represented, for example, by the perspective of a hospital, of a third-party payer, which in Italy is represented by the National Healthcare Service, or of the society. Essentially, in pharmacoeconomics, there are four main types of economic evaluations. Each technique depends on the way in which health benefits are considered in the analysis. Cost of illness analysis identifies, measures, and quantifies only disease-related costs, but doesn't include the related effects. Cost-effectiveness analysis compares different technologies by considering not only their costs, but also their effectiveness, which is expressed in terms of physical, one-dimensional units. This kind of analysis is commonly used and usually more required during price negotiations within regulatory agencies. A specific type of cost-effectiveness analysis is cost minimization analysis that compares alternatives which show the same effectiveness and consists in choosing the cheapest option. Cost-utility analysis, instead, compares different technologies by considering both costs and effectiveness, the latter expressed in terms of quality-adjusted life years, QALYs. Finally, there is the cost-benefits analysis that consists in assessing both costs and effectiveness of each alternative in monetary terms. Because it is difficult to quantify health benefits in monetary terms, such technique is not commonly used in the healthcare sector. Economic evaluation results are expressed in terms of ICER. This ratio represents the incremental cost of each incremental unit of effectiveness, coming from the comparison of two alternative technologies. There are two further aspects to consider: the cost-effectiveness threshold and the level of uncertainty. The cost-effectiveness threshold represents the value that a third-party payer is willing to pay for an additional QALY. In fact, each country should establish its own threshold in order to define whether a certain technology is considered cost-effective or not. In Italy, there is not an official defined threshold, but there is a threshold per QALY, which was defined by the Italian Healthcare Economists Association and ranges between 25,000 and 40,000 euros per QALY. In order to assess the robustness of base case results, it is necessary to perform a sensitivity analysis that is a technique aimed at analyzing uncertainty. However, pharmacoeconomics is not enough to provide a comprehensive assessment of healthcare technologies. It is therefore necessary to carry out multidisciplinary and integrated HTA assessments in order to provide a final technology appraisal. That's why HTA is fundamental, as it is able to bridge different competencies: clinical, epidemiological, ethical, and levels of decision-making, from political to managerial and clinical.